Oh, it's cold out here. What is going on, everyone? And welcome to Kart 6T3. My name is Ben. Thank you very much for stopping by. Real quick, if you didn't mind hitting a like on this video, possibly subscribe to the channel, that would be fantastic. Right now, I'm going to offer you the opportunity to go ahead and view the sponsors of this channel, the partners, if you will. Just watch the video real quick here.
Kart 633 would like to thank our sponsors and partners for the channel: Track Tack Tire Treatments, Burris Racing Tires, BeardOctane.com, 53 Titanium, JC Specialties, Product 41, and Shatter Karts.
Okay, we are back from that little thing. Anyway. What are we talking about today, Ben? We are talking about spindles and replacing spindles. Why do manufacturers suggest that you replace the spindles? I have a spindle here. Now, in typical Kart 6T3 fashion, aka me being the cheapskate I am, these are used spindles. And I do that for a reason, because I don't have a lot of money, and it is what it is. But say you go on to Phantom or wherever, or you're talking to your super fast teams and everything, and they say they replace their spindles every 5 to 6 races, something like that. Why would they do that? Is it just to sell parts? Put that over there. Make stuff fall. Is it a big conspiracy theory just to push you into buying more parts for the manufacturer? No, it's not. Now, do you have to buy new spindles every 5 to 6 races? No, of course not. No, matter of fact, this idea and concept for this video came about on a live stream. We get together Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here, and we talk about stuff. Somebody asked me, what I do over the winter, and I just simply said, hey, take a account of how many races your bearings have on it. That is probably one of the bigger things, your wear items. Well, one of the wear items is spindles. Now, here's my concept of that. Do you need new spindles? Probably not, but there is a rhyme to the reason here. Now, I would argue that bearings wear out faster than spindles. Makes perfect sense. They're rotational. There's dirt involved. There's friction. There's heat. There's all those things. Now, why would they tell you to replace the spindles as well if you're looking to get your kart back to its former self? Because those wear as well. Not only the G-forces that are constantly, say, your right front, you're loading your right front, it's constantly being pushed on. Metal is metal, metal fatigues, metal, is it going to fatigue that much? No. What I think the bigger deal is, we'll grab our spindle here, even though it's a used spindle. I bought these used spindles, but they don't have many races on them. You have to grasp the concept, turn correct side up, grasp the concept that the bearings ride here. Now, despite your bearing rotating, it is also going to cause wear on the actual shaft. Same thing what goes with the barrel, with the spindle nub. If this is the spindle, this is the attachment. The bearings ride inside something, and there's always movement. So you have to think about the bearings sitting inside the tube here, despite being machine tight, despite being replaced often. There is always going to be movement. If it is not a solid piece of steel, if it is not even the weld portion of this, there are points in which things can move. Things can, they can get more wear than others. If it's not that solid piece of steel, if you haven't bent it or anything like that, there are points in which that these do wear out. So you got to think about your tires out here. You got your hub on. Your hub spinning. I don't have a hub right here. I was going to slide the hub on. But there are a point where the bearing, the inner race of the bearing is still going to move upon the shaft and possibly cause wear. Despite you could put brand new bearings on it and you may feel the tiniest bit of little shock. That goes into racing. That changes the dynamics of when you're scaling, of when you're racing. If there's movement at all in those, obviously you want rotational. You want it to do that. But if the bearing starts to give, if the spindles themselves are starting to wear to where they aren't sitting completely flush, that is causing movement. That is moving your numbers. When you scale, you want those scale numbers to remain the same on track. And if anything moves, whether it be your bearings or just wearing out spindles, wearing out the inside of the tube, wearing out your kingpin, all these things do come into effect. And it's just like, well, maybe I understand where you're coming from, Ben. I understand the concept in which, but really the spindles make that big of a difference. I have a what's that called? I'm drawing a blank. I had the word in my head. Anyway, my friends had the same spindles. Very, very, very good at maintenance. Very good at replacing bearings all the time. Very good at doing all the things, taking everything off, cleaning, making sure everything's fine. They had spindles that were 2 or 3 years old, and it's just like, man, I'm struggling to get these numbers. So they actually ordered brand new spindles from their manufacturer, and it changed their cross percent by 8%. I believe that's the number. I believe that's what he told me. Just by changing the spindles. His cross percent, he was struggling to get more cross in the car. He's just like, what is the deal here? He put brand new spindles on from the manufacturer, 8 points. They jumped 8 points. Fire whistle's going off. Of course it is during a video. Anyway, I think it just kind of reinforced what I thought, that you can do all the maintenance you want. You can at some point in time, obviously damage. You could bend the connection point. So this is a lot thicker. This gets hit. This may not bend, but your connection point to your tie rods possibly can get out of misshapen. Also, these holes in which your connecting rods connect to, these can get wallowed out. There's a lot of vibration. There's a lot of force going into this. We drive on a lot of high-speed tracks. If you're not on a high-speed track, you're on a softer type track. There's a lot of vibration. There's a lot of, shuck going on back and forth. If your heims are starting to get worn, that bolt possibly could start to waller inside of these. All these are contributing factors. So I'm not telling you to replace your spindles, but what I'm saying is you may see a benefit from it. If you've been running your chassis for, a multitude of years, if you've been running your chassis and you've been replacing the bearings, but you're still finding it hard to get your setup numbers correct, it might be time for some new spindles or some really good used spindles in my case. The ones I actually have, that's 2022 Phantom Sight that I got going on. Those are the original spindles there. So we're talking about, Phantom recommending I replace them after, a certain amount of races. You can only imagine on a UAS cart how many races and how many times I've replaced the bearings in them, quite a few times, but I started to see that I couldn't quite get the numbers that it once did with it. So somebody had, I think it was Tom Spaniel or something like somebody I trust that does do routine maintenance, that does keep up on his stuff. I was able to grab a couple spindles from him to put onto the scythe for UAS. Now, my opinion on, is it as critical for UAS as it is clone? No. You can do the same things on UAS ride. They are incurring a lot more damage because of the G-forces, because of the horsepower, because of all those things, but also because of your horsepower. There's a little more give there, whether or not your numbers are going to be, need to be as exact on clone. I think you really need to pay attention to your clone stuff. I found from my couple years of, racing clone compared to UAS, you have to be far more precise. You have to nail your numbers. You have to nail your rotational weight. You have to, keep your cart as free as possible to get the type of performance that you would need. You may be able to kind of, a little bit on the UAS side, but it's definitely something that I thought would be worth a video to explain to you. Do you absolutely need spindles? I would argue that replacing bearings more frequently is going to do you very well, but after a point of time, the wear is going to happen. Those G-forces are going to have an effect on that metal. The rotation of the bearings on the shafts, on the actual spindles, are going to have a tendency to wear those out, and it might be time for new spindles. And I just truly believe in my heart of hearts that if you go ahead and do spend the money on new spindles, when the next time you put it on your scales, you are going to see a difference. You are going to be able to achieve those numbers that you were looking for before, that you may have been worn out of your old spindles. So there you go, guys. I am absolutely freezing. My hands are so cold. We had a darn near 50-degree day here in New York a couple days ago. It is, the temp fell again. It snowed pretty bad, not pretty bad. It snowed pretty good last night, and I was just like, man, of course I have to shoot a video. Of course I had to miss the really good weather to record a video. I did get to do the Dirt Kart Racer live out here in the barn. That was fun on Thursday, but right back to the cold weather, and this is going to be an interesting winter as far as recording videos. Anyway, thank you very, very much, everybody, for stopping by. I really appreciate all the comments, all the shares, all the likes, all the subscribers. Thank you very much. We're getting very, very close to 25,000 subscribers on this channel, and I'm just blown away at the support. Thank you. Thank you so much for all the support. It's great. But I'm going to go in and get not cold. I'm going to do that because I feel some hot chocolate coming upon me. We got a Christmas party tonight, all sorts of goodness. So I will see you in next week's video. And because we're recording this prior to Christmas, very, very Merry Christmas to all of you. I hope you have a wonderful time with your families. I hope you are enjoying the season, and we'll catch you next week. All right, later.